Yeah, it's fantastic to be back. Obviously, when you're away and you're looking from the outside, you do really miss it. I've been lucky to stay in touch with the coaches and the players over the last few months, but you massively miss being around the squad day in, day out, and fortunately been able to do that the last couple of weeks, and good opportunity for myself this weekend.
And how good, I guess, to be kind of phased back in a way, to have been back in a kind of training squad and then work your way into a 23, if you see what I mean?
Yeah, there's huge competition at the moment in this squad, and that's fantastic across the board really, and certainly in my position in the second row. So I understood it was a case of me coming in, getting myself up to speed, and really trying to impress in training and put my best foot forward. But we're fortunate at the moment that we've got some real depth there.
And how intense is that training? How intense has it been this week with what lies ahead, and after what England achieved last weekend in Dublin as well?
Yeah, we've been really focused this week. I feel like we've prepared really well for the challenge ahead. Full respect for what's coming to Twickenham this weekend, and it's going to be a massive game. But for us, it's a great opportunity to be back at Twickenham. Myself, not been there for a long time, so really looking forward to getting back out there.
And the platform that can hopefully be set for England moving forward through this Six Nations and beyond, with a tiny eye on Japan, it's a massive few months for you to be back fit and pushing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's obviously you can never really control injuries, but to get it out of the way, and I've come back and I feel really strong and fit, so I'm really pleased the way I've come back from my injury. But like you said, this game now, before a break next weekend, every game in the Six Nations is so important and so vital, so yeah, this weekend's huge for us.
You'll be alongside George Cruz, obviously, in the second row with no Marrow, and at some point, hopefully, and Courtney starting. Just tell us a bit about the dynamic of the three of you, minus Itoje, for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, we all have slightly different strengths, and we bring slightly different things to the game, but it's between the three of us, it's we'll be really focused on trying to put out sort of an 80-minute performance. So whenever I get a chance to hopefully come on and I've got to come on and make sure I impact to the team. So that's what we'll look at. A few different. Obviously, I felt Courtney did that role really well last week. Came off the bench really well and really added to the team. So he obviously deserves to get that start this weekend, and hopefully I can do the same off the bench.
You're really not to mention the French as well. They've made it a couple of changes as ever to their team, but guess what? A strong, powerful pack and some very tough operators that you'll be up against. Just tell me a bit about that challenge.
Yeah, obviously been fortunate to play against both French teams and obviously the French national side a few times, and like you said, they always live up to the expectation in terms of a physical pack, and we'll expect much the same this weekend. A few changes, second row, a good second row jumper, really good young player. So looking forward to sort of pitching ourselves against him really, and really getting stuck into them.
An unstructured team potentially a little bit in comparison to maybe Ireland as well under Jack Brunel. Not quite sure maybe what they might bring to the table. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously they're very set piece. They're strong at the set piece, so in that regards they're pretty structured. But if you kick to them, let them start offloading, then they really bring sort of that French style of play out. So yeah, we're gonna have to, like I said at the start, be really respectful of their talent and their individual strengths.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Joe, what do you make of the performance last week from France against Wales? How do you explain what happened?
Well, we watched it as a team the night before our game, and really impressed with how they started the game. We felt that they obviously got into a really good lead and looked like they were putting Wales under a lot of pressure. Wales are struggling to maybe play out of their half and cause themselves some trouble. So, but after half time, maybe Wales got a few more opportunities, and France maybe a couple of decisions. But for us, it's a completely different game. We know France coming back to Twickenham will be looking into putting a really strong performance. So I reckon their game last week they'll be frustrated with, but will have no real bearing on this weekend.
And do you think it's going to make them even more a tougher team to beat, since like a team with revenge or a point to prove?
Yeah, potentially. I think, like I said, every game here is so important. I think you've got to really let go of your last game, whether it's a win or a loss, and you've really got to focus on that game at the weekend, because if you slip up once, it can be enough, but twice certainly you're putting sort of a dent in your hopes of the tournament. So them coming to Twickenham, I think, will be a big enough motivation for them.
And finally, how significant is playing France now, knowing they're not going to play against them in the World Cup?
Not really. I don't believe. I think it's obviously a long time to the World Cup. Sport, as we know, moves very fast. So the here and now and this weekend is all we're focused on, really. Cheers.
A little bit about your obviously Ross teammate Dan Robson. Didn't manage to get off bench last week, but it's been working very hard, we know, to try and get his team. It must be good for you as a friend of his to see him on the bench concurrently.
Yeah, I'm delighted for Dan. He's probably been at Wasps one of our one of our most consistent performers now since he arrived 2 or 3 years ago, and he not only in his standards sort of playing, but also sort of around the club, and he's brought that here. He's a confident guy. He's very confident in his ability, and hopefully this weekend he'll get a shot to play. As I think he's trained well. I think he's really impressed a lot of the guys here. He's done kind of what we at his club knew we'd be able to bring to the international setup, and yeah, hopefully at Twickenham this weekend it'll be a fantastic way for him to make his debut.
Joe, is French unpredictability still a thing? Does that sort of have any bearing in your preparation for the match, and from your own experience, have you ever been caught by the so-called French unpredictability?
I think in terms of a front five forward, I'd say they're not unpredictable at all. I think they're very predictable in their strengths. I think in terms of their scrum's always very dominant. They always look to be very dominant at scrum, line-out time, especially line-out maul. So in that regard, the tight five forward, they're quite predictable in terms of that being a real strength of theirs. But maybe yes, in unstructured play, if you really let them get their tails up and let them start to offload and do what they really enjoy to do, then that maybe that unpredictability can come. But for us, it's the defence and the hunger we had last week in terms of chasing balls in the air and working hard for each other. That sort of thing is massively important for a dominant display against the French.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers.